Alright, round 2, we're going to keep this hand. You know, I'm wondering if it's actually better to just play my Extricator on turn 3 and sack the clue, rather than sack a land. Not 100% on that. Well, maybe I do sack a land. I'm trying to think. I can also wait on Extricator. Yeah, I suppose sacking a land is probably going to be better. I probably just want the extra card and to work towards Delirium. Alright. So I can play Extricator, but it's probably better to just crack Clue first. Shard of Broken Glass, alright. So I can attack with both of these. If he has a combat trick, he can kill my priest. I'm okay with that. If he has a flash creature, I'm in trouble, but... Alright, so let's just play the Consecrator and pass. Next turn I can play the Missionary, and then we can get that Shard of Broken Glass exile synergy online. Although, I prefer to exile something bigger. I'm sure we'll get our opportunity soon enough. Reckless Scholar, sure. Unruly Mob. Alright, let's just swing with Inspector and Priest. So he's just taking one. We'll play the Missionary and pass. And our plan is to eat the Reckless Scholar. I mean, the fact that he's doing it on his turn, I'm thinking is good news. I've got some options next turn too. I can play the Extricator, sack a land, play the Shard, and equip it. Not in that order, but it is what we're likely going to do. Alright, Scuttler in the yard. Lashweed Lurker's a good card. Oh, he's doing it to our priest as well? Okay. Well... Alright. So, I think the new plan is play priest. So play Shard. I could also just swing with the Missionaries. I think he probably blocks, though. Let's go Shard. We'll equip. And we'll play our priest. And we'll pass. And we'll eat the Lurker. So even if he bounces our missionary, he doesn't get the recast effective lurker. So we're basically safe from that. There's no concerns there. That's pretty worrisome. I also can't tap it with priest. Huh. So I guess it makes sense to trade my Inquisitor for his Inquisitor, because even though he gets the lurker back, it's something I can actually tap. And I can trade by using my Consecrator. So that seems worth my time. Plus we can play the mob here. So, alright. Let's swing with this. So we're trading this. Our unruly mob gets bigger. He gets a guy back that we can tap. I guess we can't play Extricator though, can we? Because we need to leave up the mana to tap the lurker. So I guess that means we just re-equip to the mob and pass. He gets to use Scholar too, which could be a problem, but we're going to have to live with that. All right. Paul's doing some pretty slick stuff here. Pretty slick. Land's definitely not what we wanted. Certainly not what we wanted. And we're just nowhere near Delirium, sadly. I could sack the shard, but it doesn't seem good. I guess we just play Extricator and then sack a land. And then we'll equip the shard to the horror. And pass. And we'll tap down his observer. He didn't use Scholar that time. I'm almost more concerned about that. I mean, we re-equip to offer the trade. He gets to draw a card, our guy gets bigger, but he loses Lurker. It seems fine. Alright, Angler. So we can flip that and then make all our guys attack next turn. So, man, opponent has really had some crushing turn progressions here. Really crushing. I could make my mob bigger. I'm just not going to be able to make it big enough. I guess we just... I don't know, man. This is tough. We're in rough shape. Because we're not even going to be able to use our Consecrators. We're going to have to attack with them, which is really bad. Yeah, we're in pretty serious trouble here. Well, that's pretty awesome. We got Delirium. When does this flip? So next turn. All right, that's good news. That's really good news. That was a necessity here. Hitting 2 card types in a row is kind of a godsend. All right. Obviously, him having a trick there is pretty bad for us, but our mob's going to get bigger, which I guess is good. So, next turn, can make this a 4/5, I guess. Is that really what we want? I don't know. We're going to play the Consecrator. I don't want to swing that into this. Although I guess I don't have to. But I need to keep this up, so I might have to. Yeah, he's going to be able to flip his guy. But I guess the thing is... It's alright, I guess. Let's equip to the mob, I guess, because the mob is likely going to be attacking. I actually don't know what the best flip there is. We'll figure it out. I mean, I could let him attack me. I don't know if that's good either. So he's going to be able to block and flip his Angler. Something I gotta be conscious of that. And if he keeps up to 6 mana, he can force us to attack. But I guess the good news is I can tap his Lurker down. So he basically can just force me to attack into a 4/5. And I can sacrifice something with Extricator as well, which is important to note. I see. So I guess we're going to take it. All right, well, he can't flip. It doesn't untap. So it's not like flipping and forcing us to attack is good for him here. That was a good draw. All right. So I think we're just swinging with... If he has another trick, we're in some trouble, though, if we lose the mob. I can also double pump the mob plus sacrifice an Inspector. Well, let's go over that then. I'm not going to swing with the Extricator, though. He seems too important right now. Oh. So he is flipping. So why does he want me to attack? Hmm. I don't need to use shard anymore. I don't have any graveyard value either, I don't think. Well, I guess we can sack that then. So let's play a land and play a survivalist. So I'm going to sack the mob, I guess. Man, my opponent is really doing it here. He doesn't have a zombie, does he? Alright, that's good. That's good. Jeez, opponent is really doing it. Just dominating us. That was a real crazy turn for him. So I have to block the biggest thing, prevent as much damage as possible. At least he can't force us to attack, and I'm going to be able to block something again, which is good, but geez. Opponent is really doing it. So do I want to play Extricator, which should flip back on my turn, or do I want to play the Survivalist? I probably want to play the Extricator. Not exactly sure. I'm at 6, so I'm going to have to stop 2 of his creatures next turn. I'm going to be able to tap on his turn. I see. Okay. Well, let's go Extricate. He has no cards left in hand. I guess that's good news. So let's play Extricator. So we have the additional blocker. We'll sack a tap. Yeah. Tap this. We can equip one of our attackers. We swing with Inspector. Wait. He can attack with Scholar too. But I can block it with Extricator. So if I swing with these 3, I tap the 6/6. He swings with these 3 because I'm going to re-equip the Horror. So I can block there, I can block there, I can take 4. All right. Let's get as much damage in as we can then. So we'll get in for 4. We re-equip the shard to the horror. And then we pass. Let's see what he got. What was it? Watcher of the Web. Well, they can't play it, but it's going to be a problem. At least he doesn't have the mana to use the anglerfish. So that's good news. And our extricator flips. I guess that's good news. Lone Rider. Well, can't gain life. If I play the Survivalist, I can still use the Priest. I don't have a good attack here, though. So I think we just play the Survivalist and leave up the Priest. Can't use the Extricator either. So he doesn't even want the Watcher, which I guess makes sense. So you can force the attack. Okay. Another Watcher. Jeez. All right. He's setting up pretty nicely against us here. All right. Let's play Hunter over Lone Rider. Could have attacked with Survivalist, I guess. Do I want to tap the Observer? Yeah, I guess I still do. So he can force us to attack with the Anglerfish, which I suppose is going to be a problem. Griff's Boon? Wait a second. So I tap Watcher in the Web. I give Survivalist Flying. Oh my god, I think I have lethal here. Alright, we tap Watcher. We Griff Spoon the Survivalist. And then we, even if he forced us to attack there, we could have moved the Shard of Broken Glass over to the Survivalist. So we didn't even have to use this target attacking human. Wow. Oh my god. Cannot believe we walked out of that with a victory. That was crazy. Do I still want Thirsting Axe? What are his blockers? He's got the Watcher in the Web. You know, Thirsting Axe actually does not seem terrible in this match. The main reason being is guys are big, but besides the 6/6, most of my guys should be able to attack. Like any 2-power guy can attack into his. I have a surprising amount of 1-power guys, though. I have actually an absurd amount of 1-power guys. Maybe Thirsting Axe can't get there. Jeez. Do I want to do Long Road Home? But it just counters like a bounce. All we saw was bounce. We didn't see any fight. It's not to say he doesn't have them, but we didn't see them. He's got a lot of good cards in there. I mean, our flyers are good. The problem is he's got multiple spiders. Maybe the axe is okay. I don't know. His guys are so fat that maybe I need the axe to push through any amount of damage. We'll see. I don't know. I don't see a sideboard that looks better though. This hand's probably not going to do it for me. I mean, it's such a good distribution. I'm on the draw. My opponent's not an aggro deck, but we are. I need a green mana pretty badly to make this hand function. Otherwise, I could draw some white cheap stuff to make this hand better. I really don't want a mulligan. Does that count for anything? We're on the draw. I guess on the draw I keep. This hand isn't great, though. It's just the fact that our opponent's fairly slow that makes me keep this. If they were an aggro deck, I feel like this would be a mull. The fact that we're on the draw against a slow deck makes me want to keep this. All right. Well, can I afford to sack a land? I guess I can. I could sack the shard, but it actually makes more sense to me to sack the land because it helps towards delirium, and then we want to actually equip up our extricator. Like, he can bounce too. That's okay. I don't really care about that. Because if he bounces the horror, I still got the land in the yard for the delirium help. Alright. So let's equip the shard to the extricator. We're going to swing with both. And yes, we're letting him maybe lose the druid here. I'm not entirely convinced it's a huge deal. Kind of glad he didn't block either. I assume he anticipated a strength of arms. Alright, so let's see if he gets the lurker. He does have the lurker. He's bouncing that. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Just a kill spell, but now we have another shot to draw. We did. Okay, so we can play the missionaries. Can also just play the Gnarlwood Dryad now, which I like. Doesn't make the best use of mana, but it blocks his lurker and it can attack into it. It makes really bad use of mana, actually. I could also play the Survivalist. He's got 3 cards in hand. If I play the missionaries and he has like a rabid bite, that's not that bad. I guess we'll go for the missionary now. Like I said, if he has a removal for it, we'll take some damage. We'll be over it. Like, we're going to have to deal with Gone Missing anyway, slice it. Okay. So do I actually want to get rid of the Wretched Griff or the... Not exactly sure. I guess I want to get rid of the Wretched Griff now. So let's play the Dryad to block the Lurker. Okay. Jeez. Paul's got the goods. So what's the play? Can play Sentry into Consecrator. Yeah. It's going to be a chump block anyway. All right. So now we can go Reaper if we want. But we're definitely swinging with Inquisitor here. Guess it... I'll probably swing with both of these. All right. Got the third card type. So we're close to Delirium for Reaper now. I guess I'm in the Extricator. So if I had re-equipped to this, I could have blocked the Lurker, and now I'm going to have to chump. Which is definitely a mistake. Definitely. So I should have left the Consecrator back. Although, I mean... I mean, if he attacks with both too, I can just... I can just block with the Extricator too. Right? And if he has nothing, it's lethal. Plus, I even have a blocker. And if he just attacks with one, I can also just take it. Which maybe allows me to get Delirium. I think I'm just going to take this. Alright. So he's got two blockers now. But we also have the Reaper. Alright. So, equipped to Reaper. If I swing with everything, he blocks my two biggest guys. And he only takes, yeah, not enough. Alright, so this goes on Reaper. Not quite at Delirium yet. Play the survivalist and pass. We should definitely see if he topped or bottomed that. He put it on the bottom. All right, so he obviously didn't find the exact answer yet. Oh, geez. Not sure I can threaten lethal next turn either. If I can get delirium, I can. All right, we got there. All right. Wait, can't I still kill you? He's at 6. Pretty sure we can still kill him. Yeah, well, yeah, we can. Just make sure we don't sack the Inquisitor. Oh, wow. Got there. Wow. Jeez. This has been intense matches. I feel like I still made a mistake this one too, didn't I? It was much more minor than in match 1. All right. Either way, we're on to the finals, so just stay focused, and I'm talking to myself here, obviously, not you guys. You guys are, I'm sure, very focused at yelling at your computer screen. I'm still trying to find that Zen spot. My opponent's deck was sweet, by the way. This deck was really good. Really good deck that we just beat here, so that's a good feeling. All right, we'll see you in the finals.